Oh, hey. Hi. Um, you're my new roommate, aren't you? I see. So, what happened for you to be promoted to the first district? I mean, you can't just come and live here so close to the generator. Something must have happened, right? Did you find something valuable? Invent something valuable? Or did you save someone? Oh, wait. No, no, no. You are new. You are really new, aren't you? Wait, so you actually arrived yesterday with the new refugees? The group that was found near an old storehouse? Huh. Wow. And they placed you here, in the first district. Sorry, there's nothing wrong with you being here. It's just that, I mean, you have to understand that the first district, so this area here, is really, really close to the main generator. It was the first ever built area around it, actually. So, as you can imagine, it's always really warm here. This is why people kill even sometimes to get a place here. But you got it straight away. Are you an important person? Ah, that explains everything. You're an engineer, of course. Right. I understand now. You learn it soon enough, but here, to be an engineer is like being the king, almost. Because you're the one with the knowledge of how the generator works and how to duplicate it, how to create new heating systems. So engineers are almost revered here. So that makes sense that they put you here. And I didn't even introduce myself. I'm sorry. I'm Lucy. I'm a scientist, so I'm not as important as an engineer maybe, but pretty close. I try to make plants grow for food. And believe me, in this climate, it's not easy at all. But speaking of food, it's almost time. Would you like to come with me to the cafeteria? Great. Let's gear up then. Oh, even with the generator being on and us being so close to it, there's still a temp difference between the inside and the outside. So it stings quite a bit. So better be ready before opening a door, right? Ready? Let's go. See? What did I tell you? It's quite cold. The cafeteria is at the next crossroad, so it's not far from here. So, they found you next to an old storehouse, I heard. You and the other refugees, I mean. I bet you had plenty of supplies with you there, which means that the scouts didn't ask too many questions and probably took you in immediately, right? Yeah. New house policy. We don't take refugees in unless they can give us something valuable in return or can be of any help here. So if you had more children than adults in your group, I'm afraid the scouts wouldn't even have thought about escorting you here. Sounds cruel, but we are already at max capacity as it is. We can't afford to bring more people in. Otherwise, we'll go through all our resources in the blink of an eye, and that's pretty much the death penalty for all of us. Tough choices. Oh, and here we are. Always better to be on the inside. Right. If you can't enter a building for any reason, try to find a fire in the streets. There are plenty of those. And it's a good way to meet new people, introduce yourself, and, of course, not freeze to death. So, what do we have today? Bread. Brilliant. My favorite. And soup, as usual. Well, bon appétit. Oh, the soup. A mishmash of different resources we find. You don't like it? The texture. Oh, yeah. Well, that's sawdust for you. Tricks the stomach in thinking it's more filling, and it stays longer in there too, so you won't get hungry until tonight. The bread? No. Not sawdust. Actually, it's a mix of algae, lichen, and moss. I know, doesn't sound appetizing, but it is what it is. We don't have much choice here. With these temperatures, no way regular crop can grow. But it's not a matter of trying, believe me, we do. As I told you, I'm a scientist and I work in one of the hothouses here. The grains we brought with us, all find here and there, they're too weak. They can't adapt to this climate. And no amount of heat from the generator can help. I mean, without proper sunlight, nothing can grow. Almost nothing. I'm probably boring you with all this. So, you told me you're an engineer. You were an engineer before the new Ice Age, right? I see. Well, as I told you, being an engineer here is the best because we badly need more of you. First, for the repairs and maintaining the generator in working conditions. And that will probably be the most important job for you. And, well, maybe you saw it when you arrived yesterday, but we're trying to build a new automaton. The huge spider-like machine, super helpful, can work day and night. It's more efficient than men, but also more costly. Actually, it eats up a huge amount of energy. So that means less fuel for the generator. Massive headache. So you will probably work on that. Do you have a meeting today with other engineers, probably? Yeah, alright. I can bring you there if you want. It's not far from here. You see. It's actually quite difficult to get lost here in this city because everything is built around the generator, so even if you get lost, you can always come back to the generator and find your way to the building you were looking for. And never forget to gear up before going outside. That's my most valuable advice for you. We wouldn't want a new engineer to freeze to death. Alright. Are you finished with your meal? Great. Should I bring you to the engineer's headquarters then? Great. Let's go.